Yo guys, Anboni here, and it's finally time that I make this video where I go over the Shadow Priest changes in Legion, because a lot of you have been asking, and actually we've got an update yesterday, and a lot of things changed. So a lot of talents changed, a lot of PvP talents changed, everything changed. We got a lot more information. So in this video I'll go over the overall changes of Shadow Priest. I won't be going over talents yet. In the next video I'll go over talents, PvP talents, and probably artifact talents as well in one video. I'm really hyped about something in the talents. If you're following my Twitter, then you know what I'm talking about. This is absolutely insane. But in this video I'll just go over the basic changes, what spells we're gonna lose, what the gameplay, you'll see. So let's begin here with here we've got the talents and everything. And these are our spells apparently for Legion. They're not final, obviously. It's early alpha. A lot of things are going to change, like you just saw. We got a lot of revamping in 2 weeks, so a lot of things will still change. But let's go over our spells. First of all, we're gonna lose mana. Whoa, spoilers. We're gonna lose mana. We're gonna lose orbs. So rip orbs. No more orbs. I'm not exactly sure about mana actually, because a lot of spells still say they cost some mana, but I think we actually do lose mana. So we're only gonna have this resource called Insanity. You probably know this because, let's be honest, unless you've been living under a rock, then you know how Shadow Priests are gonna change. Basically, no more orbs, no more mana. We're gonna have this Insanity bar. Our spells generate Insanity. When we hit 100 Insanity, we go into Void form, which is an improved Shadow form. We can't activate it, we just automatically get put into Void form, and then we get increased damage, we get some spells get changed. It's a bit like Metamorphosis for Demonology Warlocks right now, because Demolocks will lose Metamorphosis in Legion. So let's go over Void form if I can find it, because that's the most important one. And Void form is gone. Wow, where is it? This? No. Void form, there we go. So it says when you reach 100 Insanity, you entered Void form, reducing the cooldown of your Mind Blast by 3 seconds and increasing your shadow damage by 30%. While in Void form, you gain 1% haste every 1 second. This haste also persists for 20 seconds after Void form ends. And Void form causes your Insanity to constantly drain faster and faster until completely drained and Void form ends. Now, I don't know a lot of things here. I don't know how high this haste buff can stack. Can it stack forever? If you're really good at, or let's say you have a fight with 1,000,000 adds and you can constantly get into Void form over and over again before this 20-second window ends where you lose your haste stacks, does that mean you can get to 2000% in haste? Is that a thing? I don't know. And one other thing is, I don't know how fast your Insanity drains. It says it accelerates, so it drains faster and faster, but is there a cap to that? Let's say the most Insanity you can lose is something like 20 Insanity per second, which would mean your Void form would last for 5 seconds. Or is it it literally constantly or is it it just drains forever and ever until it gets to the point where it's 50 Insanity per second, 80 Insanity per second, and 100 per second. So if that's the case, then some spoilers here. This talent, Surrender to Madness, which I'm sure you know about, is gonna be pretty bad in PvP, unusable, literally unusable. Because if you use that, then you are certain to die at some point, right? Unless you end the fight really fast, and that's stupid. Alright, so that's about it with Void form. I'm not gonna go over every single spell. I'll just go over the ones that I think are worth mentioning, and of course everything that's new. So let's start with Mind Blast. No, actually let's start with the things we lose. So we lose, I have a list here. We lose Clarity of Power. That means no more instant Mind Blast. Finally, yes. I hate the instant Mind Blast. I don't like the Shadow playstyle. I mean, I like the Shadow playstyle right now, but it's too instant. All I do is just jump around and spam instants. It's boring. It's needed because melees are out of control right now and they have 1,000,000 interrupts and stuns, but it's not really fun. So I'm gonna be happy with having to cast Mind Blast again, as long as every other class and the gameplay, the game style, the gameplay of the game, as long as everything is tuned down to that level where you can actually allow casters to cast. So no more clarity of power, no more clarity of power rip. Devouring Plague is obviously gone because we no longer have orbs. Levitate is gone, that sucks. Life Grip is gone, that really sucks. Prayer of Mending is gone for Shadow, and I don't care, I'm not using it anyway because it's nerfed horribly right now. Resurrection is gone for Shadow, which is a big bummer, no more Res God X for me. I heard like all classes are getting a mass res. I'm not sure if you can use that in Arena or what's gonna happen, but oh well. We still lose Spectral Guys, which is the biggest one for me. Clarity of Power and Spectral Guys are the big ones. I really love Spectral Guys, but it's sad to see it go, but oh well, times change. Fear Word is gone, that also sucks. That was another spell that you could like outplay people with, you know? You can always like Fear Word just when a warrior is about to fear your healer, and you can give them a Fear Word and outplay people like that. I'm sad to see that gone, but oh well. Power Word Fortitude is gone. Whatever. And Cascade, Halo, Divine Star, thank God, those are all gone. Now, let's start with Mind Blast. Mind Blast is now at 1 point. Actually, all of our spells are a 1.5 second cast, and it has a 9-second cooldown. I don't really care about the damage. Everything is irrelevant at this point. But the thing is, it has a 1.5 second cooldown, and Void Form here says when you reach 100%, blah blah blah, your Mind Blast, the cooldown of Mind Blast is reduced by 3 seconds. Actually, it doesn't say everything. Actually, when you go into Void Form, your Mind Blast gets turned into Void Blast here. And Void Blast, for one, it hits like a truck. It hits twice as hard as Mind Blast. And look at this, instant. Ooh, so we do have some sort of clarity of power back, and it's a 6-second cooldown. So it feels like whenever we go into Void Form, we spec clarity of power, and the Mind Blast hits like a truck. So I really like this. This is like some diversity, and it's nice. It's good. And like it changed. So Void Bolt also extends the duration of Shadow Word Pain and Vampiric Touch by 3 seconds. So they used to say that Mind Blast would increase the duration of Vampiric Touch, and then Mind Flay would increase the duration of Shadow Word Pain. But it looks like they scrapped that, and it's just Void Bolt refreshing both the dots. So that means as soon as you hit your Void Form, you're not gonna be dotting anything anymore because you don't have to, because you have Void Bolt to just refresh your dots on your main target. So that's really cool. And plus you'll have that insane haste to have your ticks tick really fast. And I'm not sure if the cooldown of Void Bolt / Mind Blast is gonna decrease with the haste, like it does right now. It probably will not. I have no idea. If it will, then I expect this to go down to like a 4-second cooldown in Void Form. Yeah. Shadow Word Pain, no real change there. Shield, no real change there. There are some little changes in damage and all that, but I'm not going to cover that. Mind Flay, no change there. Psychic Scream is now a 1-minute cooldown. We do have a PvP talent that changes back to 30 seconds, but we'll get to that. Just think of it, yeah, it is a 1-minute cooldown now. Oh well, it kind of sucks. Mind Blast, we covered that. We're gonna go over Shadow Mend in a second because that's a really big one. Mind Seer is the same. Mind Vision, I'm glad we have Mind Vision, it's a nice flavor ability. Shadow Fiend is just for damage, doesn't give insanity, doesn't do anything, it's just a 3-minute shit cooldown. Shadow Word Death, we'll go over that in a second. Okay, Psychic Horror is now a stun. This is pretty big. It's kind of... It's a nerf overall to God Comp and Chatterplay, but it's needed. I feel like this is a fair change, a fair nerf, because like having an in-cap effect that was literally a stun, and then you can follow that up with another stun, that was a bit too much. That was like too long of a CC chain where you could actually do damage in someone. So changing it into a stun is a nerf, but it's fair. I agree. Our Mastery changes as well. It increases the damage of Vampiric Touch, Shadow Word Pain, and Void Bolt by 20%. I like this one. I like this one a lot. Actually, I'm not sure if... I'm kind of rambling, like I have no train of thought. I'm just saying whatever comes to mind. I'm not sure if the Shadow gameplay is gonna revolve around dots this time, because we have a lot of things that buff our dot damage. Or is it just gonna be more of, you know, reliant on Shadow Word Mind Blast and Void Bolt and all that. It kind of feels like a mix right now, which is really cool. I like it. It feels like we focus more on dotting people in shadow form, and then as soon as we hit void form, we become a lot more bursty and just do like the main damage comes from Void Blast, and therefore the mastery actually makes a lot of sense because it does increase our dot damage, but also Void Bolt. So that means you do a ton of damage in void form. That's actually it's really basic, but I'm thinking a bit more. Never mind. Dispersion reduces the damage taken by 60%. I like this. I don't really care. I mean, I'm not a huge fan. Of course, 90% would have been better, but at least I'm not gonna feel like, you know, I can safely disperse at 10% HP and then still die through it. I'm gonna just think of dispersion like a what do you call it? Like a pain suppression, a stronger pain suppression that also silences yourself. Oh well. So I'll usually end up popping this at higher HP. So that, I think that it's a decent change. I don't really care. Shadow Word Death pisses me off. Look at this. Look at this, guys. It's no longer like a 2 charge thing. It only generates insanity if the target dies. And the big problem is, look at the damage it deals. It's 1, which is basically a placeholder for what do you call it? Like basic damage, or like a set value of damage. So it doesn't matter what gear you have. That 1 is gonna be whatever they decide. So it can be like 10k or 80k or 1. And plus 67.5% of spell power. That is as much as the initial tick of Shadow Word Pain. Look at that. It's less actually. So I'm hoping this is like a bug or a tooltip bug, yeah. Otherwise, it's like this is not even like, oh, you're never gonna get the 30 sanity from the target dying, because no one's ever gonna die from a 6k Shadow Word Death. It's probably just a tooltip bug. So let's go. Oh, Shadow Apparitions just deal shit damage as well. They do less than a Shadow Word Pain tick probably, or about the same. Yeah, but there are talents that are gonna change that. Let's go over Shadow Man. Shadow Man replaces our Flash Heal basically. It's our only heal. Well, not our only heal, because, oh yeah, let's go over Vampiric Touch. Vampiric Touch actually heals us for 100% of the damage dealt. Woo! Plus the Dispel Protection is in the spell itself, so we no longer need like a set bonus or gloves or anything like that, you know. It's getting the Unstable Affliction treatment, which is nice. I like it, finally. And it heals us for 100% of the damage dealt. That means the more targets you Vampiric Touch, the stronger the hot on yourself. Yes, awesome. So our self-healing is actually pretty sick. It is insane in Legion. I'll go over self-healing in the next video, because this one's dragging out. Yeah, this one's getting pretty long. But yeah, just a spoiler, our self-healing is out of this world in Legion. It is crazy. And Shadow Man actually takes the cake there. It is basically a flash heal, a 1.5 second cast. It heals for a shit ton. They said it's about twice as strong as flash heal, but then you take half of the amount you healed. You take back. You basically have put a dot on yourself that deals half of the amount healed as damage. But if you take damage from other sources, then the dot just disappears. So it's kind of like, if you get trained, if you get hit, you can spam Shadow Mend on yourself. You're gonna be awesome. You're gonna be fine. If you're just at full HP and want to top yourself, you can't, I think, with Shadow Mend, unless you use some sick talents like this one. But the problem with Shadow Mend is you basically put a dot on yourself. You know what that means in PvP? It means you're immune to breakable CC. You or your allies, because it does the same on allies. So let's say your healer gets put into a sheep. You throw them a Shadow Mend, they get a tick, they get a dot, the dot ticks, they take damage, and boom, they're out of polymorph. I'm not sure, I mean, they have to change that, they have to think about that. Right now it has some weird implications, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna, I mean, come on, they can't leave it like that, right? Yeah. So that's about it. I think I covered most of the important ones, right? Let me look over that again. Okay, Psychic Horror. Vampiric Embrace is the same 3-minute cooldown garbage in PvP. Dispersion got a bit. Oh, dispersion also no longer makes you immune to snares and slows. So that sucks. That really sucks. I was using dispersion a lot as a freedom lately. That's pretty much it, I think. Shadow apparitions, mind shear, mind blast, psychic scream, void form, mind blast. Oh, you're also gonna notice that we no longer have shadow form here. Well, that's because shadow form is no longer an active ability. As soon as you spec shadow, you just put into shadow form and you're in shadow form for the rest of your life. Unless you're dead, maybe. Which kinda, that doesn't really bother me. And that's about it, right? That's it. So a lot of changes, looks really fun, I like it. Sadly I didn't get invited to the alpha, beta, whatever it is. See, nope, sad, but I wasn't even expecting to get invited. So that's it. In the next video we'll go over some really insane talents, like some of them are out of control. I'm sure a lot of them are gonna get changed. We're gonna go over normal talents, PvP talents, and weapon talents. And weapon talents kinda suck, with a few exceptions. But the PvP talents are stupid, are really good. Yeah, so if you wanna go to that video right now, you can click over there. Actually, just here. Above me. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers for watching and peace. Bye bye.